Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I am going to create 3 looks for the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership 7 Divine Rose eyeshadow palette. Oh my, did she not tease us so much with that beautiful packaging? I know there's probably comparison swatches online already. I might do that anyway. Out of the 4 repeats I have 3 because I never got the highlighter trio. I'm gonna do some light swatches and I'm going to show you how to create 3 looks with this palette. I'm playing with it for the first time on camera with you, so we'll see what are my thoughts about it, about the formula, the pigmentation, the shades, the application. So if you want to see how to create 3 looks with this palette, please keep on watching, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can also follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to click the little bell right here next to the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, I'm really excited. So this is how the palette looks like. It looks really pretty. I'm gonna do swatches very quickly. Skin Show Nude, we know that one. It's in the Mothership one. It's a beautiful inner corner highlight. Velouria feels really soft, very pretty mauve color. Then we have Sable Bronze, or Sable Bronze. Very pigmented. Look at that. Refined Gold 002. Very nice. Iridescent Pink 003. So this one is part of the highlighter trio that I never bought. So very pretty duochrome. You can see on my finger too. It's very pretty. Okay, then we have Extreme Mahogany. Wow, very pigmented. Rich brown. Look at that. Okay, then we have Lovelace. This one looks really pretty. It's a beautiful metallic lilac taupe. Rose Dusk. I believe this one was in the Sublime palette. VR Rose Venus. That one looks really pretty. It has a duochrome with a little bit of lime in it. Peach. Pink. Very pretty. Wow. Look at my finger here. Oh, so nice. And then Astral Solstice, recent shade from the Midnight Sun. Gorgeous nonetheless. Look at that, so reflective. Beautiful. And this one, I know it bothers me too that there are some repeats, but this one is such a beautiful shade. If you don't have Midnight Sun, it's nice that you have it in this palette. And here are the 10 shades. I kind of like put myself here. It's not really nice swatch, but it gives you an idea. I'm gonna lower the light here. And here are the 10 shades of the Divine Rose palette. Okay, and let's go for the first look. I already primed my lids with a little bit of a NARS eye primer. I'm gonna take a Smith 232 brush and I'm gonna start with the shade Velouria. The brush picks up a lot of product and I'm gonna place it, wow, that's pigmented. Okay, and I'm gonna place it in the outer corner first. And then slowly drag it into the crease. I have a feeling my eyeshadow primer creased a bit. That's okay. Otherwise it's blending really well. Yeah, Velouria is really pigmented, so you might want to tap your brush a few times if you don't want that pigmentation right off the bat. Very pretty soft shade though. I'm happy it's cool tone and I'm really into cool tones lately. So I'm not being overly precise with that first shade. I like it like blown out. And I'm gonna go to the shade Extreme Mahogany. Going to take Morphe N502. Just one dab in the pan because it's very pigmented. And I'm going to focus that shade in the outer corner. And whatever is left on the brush, drag it to the crease. And they're pigmented because I'm barely tapping my brush into the pan. Very pretty. I'm gonna try Lovelace. And I'm gonna use a Sonia G Walker Pro brush. Very pretty shade. But it works really nicely actually with the brush. Very pretty, very soft. I like those muted tones. In the inner corner, I'm gonna try that iridescent pink 003. That's fun. Obviously, this will be really, really pretty paired with Ritualistic Rose from the Blitz Astral Quads. Too bright here. You know what, actually, I'm gonna go back to Lovelace and I'm going to intensify with the finger. Really like that shade, very pretty. It's way more foiled with the finger as per usual. This is really pretty soft like that too. Then I'm going to intensify the crease with Veloria, the first shade we used, using a Sonia G Crease Pro brush. Very pretty. So for this, when you intensify your crease, try to look straight in the mirror. That's helping to see where to place the product. Very pretty shade. I'm gonna go on to the lower lash line with it, with a Sonia G Pencil Pro brush. Look how pigmented it is, it's crazy. I'm going to bring down a little bit more of that iridescent pink 003 right here. Just meeting halfway Veloria. That's a fun shade. I'm not sure I would use that as a highlighter on the eyes. It's fun. It's a nice transformative shade. Let's try to wet the brush quickly. I know Skin Show Nude is beautiful as an inner corner highlight, but that's different. Okay. Now I want to take the shade Astral Solstice with my finger, and I'm going to place it in the center of the lid. Insisting in the center. Wow, such a nice shade. Okay, and then let's put just a dot of it with a brush right there. I'm gonna take a little bit of Extreme Mahogany and I'm just going to intensify a tiny bit the outer corner just for a little bit more dimension. The camera stopped, so I placed it a tiny bit also in the crease, very gently using the pointy part of my brush. And then I picked up my pencil brush again and I applied a tiny bit onto the lower lash line, just to give a bit more dimension to the look. And I really like it. Okay, now I'm going to finish it with some liner and mascara and I'll be right back. Alright, and that is the finished look. I really like it. It's very soft, very ethereal. I like the cool tones of the shades Lovelace, Veloria, Very pretty. And then enhanced with the Astral Solstice in the center, super pretty. And I find like the iridescent pink 003 in the inner corner fun, like it's something different. So I'm gonna zoom you in. For the lips, I used the Pat McGrath Labs Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil in the shade Contour, and then the two lip glosses from her brand too, Divine Rose Lust Gloss and Dare to Bear Lust Gloss. I didn't do that on purpose actually. The Divine Rose, I didn't know it was the name of it, but yeah, just this one in the center. And yeah, I really like the look. I think it's super pretty. It's almost like a full look of Pat McGrath Labs because I'm wearing her foundation, shade 10, my winter shade. That is the first look. Love it. Super easy to work with, very easy to blend, super pigmented. And then I used a little bit of a dark brown in the waterline, that is the Stila Damsel, and I tightline with a black pencil. Very soft, very nice, love at first look. So yeah, let's jump onto the second look. All right, second day, second look. I got lots of compliments yesterday and it looked so good when I was driving and I was looking at the little mirror. The inner corner looked so pink, but like in a nice way. I'm gonna start again with the shade Veloria, the Sonia G Builder Pro. Let's play with the shade Rose Dusk. And I'm going to place it all over the lid. So it applies nicely with a brush. Of course, we know that it could be more foiled with the finger. Okay, I want to try with the finger this shade, focusing it a bit more in the outer edge. Let's take a bit of my eyeshadow primer and I'm going to place it here because I don't like that. Now let's take the shade VR Rose Venus, and I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to place it in the center of my lid. Oh, that's pretty. Nice, it brings like a kind of sunset vibe. I'm gonna pick up again the shade Rose Dusk. Extreme Mahogany. Going to intensify the outer corner with the Sigma E45, I believe it's all erased. Now in the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back to Rose Dusk, that metallic rose. It's pretty. Now I'm going to Extreme Mahogany in the outer corner. Taking a fluffy brush, I'm just gonna blend the edges. It's blending perfectly. In the inner third, I think I want to try the shade Refined Gold 002. I'm going here and here. Very pretty gold. And the brush is dry. I'm going to add a tiny bit of Skin Tone Nude right here. I think I'm going to add a tiny bit more of VR Rose Venus in the center. Love that shade, I think it's so pretty, that duochrome with that lime color, that pink, that peach. Okay, and now I just want to try with my brush straight. Yeah, it's a bit more intense and actually you can see the lime a bit more. I'm gonna intensify a tiny bit more again with Rose Dusk first and maybe Extreme Mahogany after. Just a transition here. Yeah, I don't think you need Extreme Mahogany this time. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna put some liner and mascara and I'll be right back. Alright, and that is the second look and I really like it. I think it's so pretty. I love that shade. DR Rose Venus is so pretty and I find it like particularly pretty when it's applied with a wet brush. Wow, super easy to wear too. So nice. What do you guys think? On my lips, I'm wearing Anastasia I Need a Nude in the shade Michelle. Really like that look. I find it like super soft, but at the same time, you know, you have a little bit of warmth here with that duochrome shade. It's super pretty. That VR Rose Venus, super pretty. That makes that palette so pretty. I love that palette. It's the second look I create, but I love it. I find like for someone who wants like something easy to wear for every day, these tones are perfect. Now, of course, we're gonna create a third look. I'm gonna rock this one all day long, and I have to work. I have to go buy some gifts. It's Saturday, like the Black Friday weekend, so I'm gonna do that and rock it all day long. But for you, we're gonna jump right on the third look. Alright, let's go for the third look. So I think I'm going to try to stick to these two shades here. I haven't played with these much. I already primed my eyes. I'm gonna take a Wayne Goss 06 and I'm gonna go right away to this shade, Sable Bronze or Sable Bronze. The brush picks up a lot of pigment. And I'm gonna blend it into a crease. And this is with a dry brush. This is building up nicely. Very nice color for every day. You could just use that shade to create a look if you're in a rush. Very pretty shade. It kind of reminds me of the one in the Iconic Illumination. Blitz Brown is a bit darker, but it will be really pretty paired together. So that's Blitz Brown. Kind of has the same effect though. I really liked Blitz Brown all over the lid. So I might go again with a finger. I'm just going to take a blending brush and just make sure we have like a nice crease here, blended crease. This is a Farah brush that I got in my, I think it was BoxyCharm or Ipsy bag, I can't remember. Very nice. Okay, now let's go with a finger with the same shade. It will look a bit more metallic. Yeah, you can see the difference here. Once again, this is pretty like that, kind of more satiny. But if you want more impact, a finger or a wet brush. Nice. I love that just by itself. Oh, so pretty. Now I'm gonna go on to Refined Gold 002 and do I want it in the center or in the inner third? I'm gonna start in the center and then we'll see if I push it towards the inner corner. So I'm gonna go with my finger and press that in the center of the lid first. Okay, it brings a bit of light. Okay, so far it's very pretty, very soft. It's something easy for every day. I think for now I'm gonna go under my lower lash line with the first shade we used, Sable Bronze, Sable Bronze. Intensify the lower lash line a little bit. And this is a Sonia G Pencil Pro brush. I'm gonna highlight the inner corner with Skin Show Nude. Okay, very nice, soft. So for an everyday makeup, I could totally leave it like that. I think it's very pretty. Just tight line a little bit and then a little bit of mascara. Boom, call it a day. But here, if we want to intensify a little bit, I'm gonna take a Sonia G Blender Pro brush. I'm going to pick up a bit of Extreme Mahogany and I'm going to intensify the outer third very lightly and finish in the crease with it. Taking a Sigma E45, going to the same shade, and I'm going to intensify a tiny bit the crease. And the lower lash line, just the outer corner. Taking a blending brush. Okay, and I'm tempted to add more, but you know what? It is so simple and so pretty. I'm going to tight line quickly, add mascara, and I'll be right back with the final look. And I will show you a little comparison with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. And that is the final look. I really like it. I think it's super nice. It's efficient, it's fast, it has a little, you know, soft glam effect. Very soft, very pretty. I really like that for every day, even at night, like a nice little date. I think it's very nice, soft. It doesn't take long and it has a nice impact. It gives your eyes a very soft, glamorous look. Very, very pretty. I really liked Sable Bronze on its own. I think it was really pretty. It was really pretty blended in the crease too. The gold is very nice in the center of the lid. I think it would be really nice also as a little inner corner highlight. Gives you a little idea. I could do some comparison swatches for you. I'm going to do that right away with some of the shades. Let's compare Extreme Mahogany from the Pat McGrath Labs palette with Mulberry, which looks more red in the ABH palette. It's quite close. It has a tiny bit more of that plum, almost like a red plum. Swatches nicely too. Love Lace from Pat McGrath Labs with Sultry from the ABH palette. Sultry is more red. Voluria from the Pat McGrath Labs from the Divine Rose. And next to it, let's swatch Dusty Rose from the Soft Glam. I would say lighter, more nude. Pat McGrath has a bit more darker. It's same on, it's close, but this one is definitely more pink. Refined Gold 002 from Divine Rose. Well, let's try first the shade Bronze from the Soft Glam. Darker, and then let's try Fairy. Doesn't look as shiny Fairy, it's more like a satin, I would say. So let's swatch maybe Skin Show Nude. Tempera is a matte, but it has kind of the same highlighting power, let's say, but it's matte. Let's see, Glistening, it's darker. Well, obviously the Soft Glam has a black shade. I don't see anything that would look like Iridescent Pink 003. I don't see anything that looks like this in the Soft Glam palette, or this shade right here, which is VR Rose Venus. Certainly nothing like the Astral Solstice. There are some similarities, but overall you don't have the same shades. The formulas are different. Same vibe, so obviously if you don't have a budget, you can definitely create, I think this kind of look you can create with the Soft Glam palette. But the first two looks, no. You can't do that with only the Soft Glam palette. So for those who ask the question, I don't think it's a total dupe. Now, they are in the same family of palettes, which I like to call soft glam. So this one wears that name beautifully. So little comparison swatches. I'm not gonna swatch the same shades from the other palettes. You probably saw that online already a ton. So I think I'm going to leave it right here. So on my lips, I'm wearing the Pat McGrath Labs Gold Astral Lip Fetish Lip Balm. Really like that. It's pretty, has a little bit of a sparkly effect, shimmery effect, but very soft. Let me know your thoughts on this palette. I know I already asked some of you on Instagram what are your thoughts about it. Some of you are a little bit upset about the repeats because they're collectors like me, and these palettes obviously they're not cheap, so it's a bit annoying when you pay twice for the same shade. I understand that. Now if you're a collector at the same time, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful, and I think this is something you can use all the time. And the box, I know some of you don't care. I love the box. I think it's so pretty, that design. It's probably the most friendly eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath Labs if you're a beginner. If you want to have a Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadow palette that you want to use all the time, this will be the best bet. Now, I'm not sure when it's going to come back. Right now it's sold out. She teased us a lot, and then it was on sale, like it was on her website for a bit and then out. And I got 10% off, which is nice. It was not part of her Black Friday sales. Not upset I got it like right before. And yes, the packaging is nice as usual. You have a very nice mirror here. It feels sturdy, it feels heavy. And the shades are very nice, very soft. I think you can use it all the time. If you have a black, you could intensify on the side, or otherwise just start with your eye pencil, like a black kohl, you know, and then smudge it and then intensify with the shadows. But I think this is very pretty. It's a very pretty everyday eyeshadow palette. Well, I hope it comes back soon for you guys. I'll play more with this palette and I'll pair it with the Pat McGrath Labs Ritualistic Rose Blitz Astral Quad. It will look very pretty. I'm gonna show you quickly, side by side, how it would look like. It would look good with the iconic illumination too. These together, I think, would look really pretty. So I will play more. I'll create more looks. Another one that looks similar is in actually the Ritualistic Rose eyeshadow palette. I just saw that. The gold looks pretty similar, so let's swatch this one and the one in the Divine Rose. That is Divine Rose, that is a Ritualistic Rose. Similar, one is slightly warmer, but same kind of formula. Look at Rose Dusk from the Divine Rose palette. If I put this one on top, ooh, these are pretty together. This will bring a little bit of a blue hue, beautiful together. And you can also pair, let's see, this one, DR Rose Venus. Look at that, it's so pretty. Let's pair it with this one from the Ritualistic Rose. It's kind of the same family. A little bit of lime and a little bit of pink, peach. Let's place it like right next to it. Oh, these palettes together will look absolutely stunning. This would look great with that one too, actually. I'll get ready. Like I said, in the New Year's, I'm going to be on a no-buy. So I'll play with a lot of my Pat McGrath Labs makeup, a lot of my other brands, a lot of my palettes. Let me know down below. It can be also older releases too. I'm gonna shop my stash a ton after Christmas. So let me know down below what you want me to play with. I'll probably create a look with those two paired together. And that is it, my friends. That is all for this video. I hope it was helpful, that it gave you a little bit of inspiration to create looks with this beautiful palette. And thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. I hope you have a great one. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.